You're asked to write the equation of the inverse for each of the following functions and domain restrictions, blah, 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 blah. So let's go ahead and focus on the inverse piece here. So when we're dealing with the inverse, usually my way of going through things is I'm going to change f of x to y, and then I'm really just going to, wherever I see y, switch that with x. Wherever I see x, I'm going to switch that with y. And now I need to solve for y. And so the way I'm going to do that, if you look at this and you get scared and you're like, whoa, I don't really remember how to do this, or why is there two y's? How can I get there to be just one y? Well, if you remember, there's a problem back in a previous homework. That's number 1-70. If you go take a look at that one, it's a really good one to help you understand this process here. You may just watch it through this one, and then you may just still want to go back and double check on that one. So here's the deal. First thing we're going to do is get rid of the denominator here. And to do that, I'm going to multiply both sides by y plus 2, because that will cancel out on the right. And then I'm left with y plus 2 over here and 3y over here. Now I need to get rid of parentheses. So I'm going to distribute xy plus 2x equals 3y. Okay, it looks a little bit neater now. It's still a little bit ugly because we have this xy, which is weird, something we haven't seen very often. But bear with me, we're going to get all of the y's on one side because that's what we're trying to solve for. So I am going to subtract 2x from both sides, and I'm going to do this at the same time, and hopefully it doesn't confuse you. Subtract 3y from both sides. So I got xy minus 3y equals negative 2x. Now I can use what I know about greatest common factors to say that I can pull out a y from this, which leaves me with x minus 3 equals negative 2x. And now to get y by itself, I divide both sides by x minus 3. So the inverse here, I'm going to replace y with f of negative 1 of x equals negative 2x over x minus 3. And that is my inverse for the first one. Let's walk through the second one here. Same idea here. I'm going to change up colors and say, okay, now this is y. Anywhere I see a y, I'm switching it with x. 3y minus 12. And now I'm going to solve for y. So first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that square root, which leaves me with x squared equals 3y minus 12. Then I'm going to add 12 to both sides, which gives me x squared plus 12 equals 3y. Divide both sides by 3, and I'm left with y equals x squared plus 12 over 3, and this was h of x, so the inverse of h of x equals x squared plus 12 over 3, and there is my other inverse. Now I know it asks for domain restrictions. I'm not going to be too stressed about that at the moment, so let's just focus on making sure we know how to find the inverse.